All right, so for today's activity, start off reviewing those human body proportions. You decide how big the figure is going to be, top of the head, bottom of the feet, and then from there, let's start to place things. So if I am looking at this dancer, her front leg, her left leg, hip, if I put that on this middle line, is right here, and then the estimating I met as angle her knee about here, and then it's coming forward, her ankle here, her foot straight. From there, spine is arched up and back of her neck and her head, and she's kind of facing this way. So I can show that the majority in the back, and then she's sitting from there, and looking at her. I'm not able to separation between the hips because they're overlapping each other in this picture. So I can bring this one back. Her knee is here, her calf, her ankle, and then her pointed foot, and the heel would be back behind it. From there, looking at following her face down a little bit below her eyes, coming down, I can see her shoulder is right about there, and her other shoulder is above, right about here. So I'm trying to get those twists and those turns. From there, I can look at where her elbow is, and her elbow is just a little bit above her hips, and then her hand is all the way down here. And then this arm is doing the same thing, coming up to the left, elbow, wrist, hand. So I'm just trying to get a general sense of those proportions and those shapes. For the next drawing, of the dancer kind of leaning back, again, top of the head, bottom of the feet, hips are there, one hip, two hips, knees are coming over to the left, ankles are coming back to the right, then you have the heels and the toes kind of coming down. They're bending there to help support him. From there, the spine is kind of coming up, and his shoulders are at this diagonal. So we have one shoulder here, the arms coming back, there's the elbow. The height of that back hand is pretty even with the hips because his arm is raised up. For the other shoulders coming up, his arms coming straight across, and then his elbow and his wrist are right above and below each other. You can't really see much because his hand is just really facing us right there. Like that's where we could see his fingers. So his hand's in almost kind of a fist position. And his head, it's here, but he's looking down also in that same direction. And then the top of his head would be more up there. So just trying to get an overall sense of the position of the body. And for the last one, we have the softball player pitching. So again, top of the head, bottom of the feet, and if we want to start with the hips in the middle, we have one hips, two hips. This leg coming to the left is definitely lower because her front leg is raised up. So if I'm looking at where the knee is, then I come down to where the ankle is, and then the foot. On this leg, this knee is going to be higher up. The ankle is going to be higher up, and then the foot is going to be raised up. Her spine is pretty upright, but a little bit of an arch because of all that force going into the pitch. We have the shoulder width, elbow, wrist, hand with the ball. Her head is here. Again, I went a little bit outside of it, but we're starting off with proportions, and then if we need to make adjustments along the way, we can definitely do that. And there's her glove. So that's your assignment for today, is to do those 3 images as just basic body proportions, just kind of quick gestural kind of drawings. Gesture just meaning kind of fast and expressive and kind of generally showing the shapes of those.